That'll be all right. We also had another announcement recently that was very exciting for us because a lot of folks, certainly none of you in this room, but some of the national media like to talk about, oh my gosh, NASCAR is dead, it's going away. Well, I can tell you it's not. It's still very viable. Things in NASCAR are going fantastic. A lot of positive changes, some absolutely great racing last year. I think there's going to be some this year. We had a great chase race. And I can tell you from a corporate standpoint, the sport is still very viable. We have had a lot of new partners the last couple of years. We're announcing a new one this year with RainEaters. We'll come on and sponsor the ARCA race on Friday in June. And they have just, I mean, we just got started, just made the announcement, and already some great things are happening for them. So I want to bring up Lance Thornton. He's the president of RainEaters. Lance, if you want to come up. He's got some really cool stories about the place. Lance, we just started this, gosh, how many months is it? It's just a handful of weeks, a couple of months now. But can you talk a little bit about what you've seen already with partnering with MIS and with auto racing?
Yeah, thanks for inviting me, by the way. This is exciting for our company. I don't know how many people have ever heard of RainEater wiper blades. Wiper blades are important because it's the second most important safety feature in your vehicle. And everybody here should be replacing it twice a year. I encourage you 4 times a year if you can. But when we decided to launch this company, one of the important things is finding the right partners. And being new in this major retail industry, the biggest challenge we had was finding placement. And so when we started looking for partners, we found actually the hidden jewel for us was partnering with you and your staff. It's literally taking my company from, we always joke and say we're a bunch of rednecks from Erie, Pennsylvania, selling wiper blades, to now we're real. We're at Advanced Auto Parts, locally here, Auto Lab, 50 locations here, and also Family Partner Fleet. And we owe that success to the staff at MIS. So before we even got racing with you, Jennifer and Josh and your corporate department there, they literally have made our company a success and put us on the map. And we owe it to you guys.
Wow. Well, thank you. Appreciate it. That's what it's all about. It's supposed to make that happen. And now you have a website too. And I know you've gotten a lot of hits and a lot of feedback, a lot of people very interested. Can you talk a little bit about that?
Sure. Nice lead-in, by the way. You read the notes.
Actually, I didn't. What page is that on?
Roger's correct. There was, again, small company like us at Erie. We were wondering, boy, we hope we made the right investment. We hope we did the right thing. This is a lot of money. And all of a sudden, I'm fueling up the car on a Saturday at the local country fair, and all of a sudden, a BlackBerry starts going off. I'm like, okay, I read it. It was the info. How can I get your wiper blades? Oh, nice. Someone wants to know where to buy them. I'll put it back in my pocket. Goes off again. Goes off again. Literally, I'm staying there. I got 20 emails in 3 minutes from your press release. People going to my website saying, where can I buy your wiper blades? Thanks for supporting our track and our homes. And so a lot of people just heard the press release, came in, and on a Saturday, the slowest day on my website, I actually had 1,000 new hits within an hour of the press release. I tracked it by year. About, I think 75% of the hits came as a link from your website.
That's very cool. Josh, we should have charged more money.
No problem.
Now, I do have to ask, because as a new partner in the sport, you could have chosen just about any track. I mean, I know you're in Erie and there's, maybe some hometown flavor there, wanting to stay in the Midwest, but you could have gone to any track. Why did you choose MIS?
Well, it wasn't I'm the NASCAR guy in my company. I have a few partners that never been to a track, never even been to a race. And so what we decided to do was not just to pick a track, although I knew MIS was a track that I really liked, although I'm a Michigan away by heart, went to U of M Flint. It's very willing to come back. But I had to convince my partners. And so what we did, we visited many different tracks. And we visited probably about 6 other tracks. And we looked at the activation, their engagement of the consumer and the race fan with the sponsor. And all of a sudden I had an epiphany one moment. I walked up to a stranger and said, by the way, what's today's race? And they said, oh, it's the Sprint Cup race. I said, but who's the sponsor? I don't know. They looked at their ticket, walked up to another fan. what's the race? I asked that question about 6 people. And out of all the tracks I went to, it was probably about 30. Probably 2 people knew the name of it. But at Michigan, I asked 6 people. Every one of those 6 people knew the sponsor of the race. That to me solidified another reason why I picked your racetrack. They did a good job at promoting the brand and the sponsor.
Very cool. Wow, we appreciate that. You've been very kind with your words today, and hopefully they'll be able to remember the RainEater race now too. So hopefully there's a discount for that. Hey, thanks for being here. Really appreciate you coming on board. Before I bring Brad up, just one other, I'd be remiss not to mention a couple other people real quick. Part of our fan appreciation program each year, we're taking fans out to Las Vegas to the Sprint Cup Series banquet. And this year we drew a fan's name. We draw car numbers from the Cup Series, and then we match up those car numbers with hopefully an account number. And we'll keep going until we get a match. And then just because we're safe in this day and age, we usually Google the name of the winner to make sure, you know, nothing crazy going on. And so this year we got a match on the account, and it's Vic Loomis. So that's great. Let's Google Vic and see what kind of character he is, if we're gonna have a good time or not. Oh, he's the mayor of East Lansing. Wow. So the mayor is here today. How are you, sir? Thanks for being here.
Welcome to mid-Michigan. I have to say that because I'm in the city of Lansing right now instead of East Lansing. So welcome all to mid-Michigan.
And I can tell you, as an elected official, he behaved himself in Las Vegas. Very well. We also have something very special at Michigan National Speedway. Not all the fans, or all the fans, but we have a group of fans that are special within all the fans, and then we have a fan advisory board. We kind of treat them almost like a board of directors, let them give us feedback on what they see, what we're doing. It's a great opportunity, I guess, almost like a full-time focus group. And we have a couple of the fan advisory board members here. If you could raise your hand. Great. Thank you guys for being part of the board and for coming out. Hopefully we'll get good reviews from you on the press conference today. Now, I got to bring up the real star of the show, Brad Keselowski, Michigan native. Actually was up here today to accept a proclamation from the Senate. So we were over in the Capitol building, and he got a nice little plaque there and got to say hello to all the senators, a bunch of legislators over there. So Brad, come on up. Was that what you had?
Yeah.
That's your breakfast?
Yeah.
Bob? All right. All right, Brad. Heading on your way to Daytona.
Yep.
You all set?
Yeah, I think so. We're going to Speedway. They're here. Racing season is ready. So we got the 500 here coming up the weekend after next, but this weekend is the weekend of the shootout and qualifying for the pole for the Daytona 500. So and we're actually going to fly to Daytona tomorrow, and we're going to get started. So we're ready.
That's amazing, isn't it? Especially when it's like 10 degrees out here.
Yes. Yes.
So you got moving into a new sponsorship deal.
Yep.
You got Miller. Are you old enough?
Yes, yes, I am. 26, believe it or not.
26?
No, actually, my birthday's next week.
So you're going to be 27, all
Yes.
27.
Yep.
That's sad.
Now, how old are you? You're like 31, 32?
Really?
Yeah.
You're kind.
I am.
All right, I like Brad. He's my favorite driver. 44.
We don't remember 27, do we?
And you have, on addition to the new paint scheme, I was told you had a new sign on the bumper.
Yes, yes.
What's that?
Miller's done some cool things, and kind of a great sponsor to be with. Obviously, he has a lot of heritage. Even here at Michigan International Speedway, Kurt won a race here in 2007. So, and you know, Miller Lite did have a partnership with the track for a little while there. So, Miller Lite is going to have some little fun with it. With the boys have at it, and they actually put on the back of my car, "Have at it, Brad." So it's almost like a permission slip. If I do anything wrong, I can just point to that. I don't think my mom's a big fan, but everybody else got a good chuckle on it.
Is Mike Elton a big fan?
I don't think he's seen it.
Oh, okay.
That's actually a great question.